Hello everyone, this is First Do Software training. Today's on the mobile app. We're going to be doing apparatus checks. This is for the Waterbury Fire Department, and this is part of Good Enough for Government Work Productions. So this is the screen that opens up in most cases when you log into the system. This is on an iPad, and to enter into any new device, most often you will have to do two-form factor authentication. It just means you have to put your email and your password in again. If you're having difficulty with that and can't get into it, that is an IT Steve problem, not an Ed problem. Don't call me. So here we are. We're on the map. We're going to navigate to the apparatus checklists. Go down to the right-hand side. You see the menu button. We're going to press that. The menu opens. You see that assets is in blue because I've been working on it lately. And two down below that is apparatus checks. Let's touch that. The information loads in. On the far left under blue you see fleet overview. You see engines and trucks. Let's go to the trucks. And I'm going to pick truck 1 because I've been playing with it and we have a couple things we can show. So you have an overview immediately comes up. That's the blue bar above. You can close it. You can open it by touching the button on the far right with the little up arrow, down arrow. And that's how you can navigate through any section of the checklist and this section. All right, so last check was 3/4/2024. On the far left, you see the year of the apparatus, the odometer, the engine hours last, of that nature. We have work orders. You can see the history, or you can create one from this position. Now let's take a look at the history. I touch the history button and we see 2 work orders. On the bottom is one that is, you can see as you go from left to right. This was work order number 20, went to the BAMs. This one's been completed. It was a chassis problem. Mr. McCulloch put it in. Truck 1, loose exhaust. They've even archived it, and if you wanted to see particulars, you can hit the eyeball, open it up. To close any one of these windows, you look on the top right, there's an X. Touch that X, it's gone. You see the one above it, number 29, again, sent to the BAM's board. That's their information board. It's in a requested format. It has not even been acknowledged by them yet. It's a drivetrain issue. I did it. Truck 1, oil leak. It has not been archived, submitted by me. And again, you can look at it if you hit the button. And when you're done looking at it, top right, there's an X. You can close it out. So this way, anybody, the company officer, the driver, anyone riding on the rig, everyone has access to see where things are. Blue go back button, and you go back. Below that, the add fluids button, we're not using that yet. The log entry, anything you enter now, you can continue to enter into the logs for the apparatus if you feel a need to. Below that is in service. This button determines whether the vehicle's in or out of service. If I toggle that button off, below that, the total time out of service, that indicator will continue to accumulate time. All right, that'll be reset prior to our starting with the program. The primary button, touching that off, puts the apparatus into reserve status. Hitting it again, it's back to primary. Officers are going to use that when they go back down to BAMs, pick up a spare, return to quarters, declare it to be the primary apparatus they're in. Below that, in a gray line, is the checklists. You touch that line, and it opens up a list of checklists. The top section being current checklists and ones that are coming up in the future. The bottom section, overdue checklists, so you can see who didn't do what. So this has several overdue checklists in it, as it's been waiting to start. And we'll clear out them before you begin, but when you look down there in the future and see them, you'll go, oh, somebody didn't do the ladder check or somebody didn't do the parking brake check. So that's what you're going to see that for. So under truck check daily, it says start check to the right. Let's touch that button. So the truck information here, I'm going to put a fairly low odometer because I don't want to interfere with anything that's going to happen in the future. So let's see, 301. I think the last time I did this, I put 300, and last time I put like, I don't know, 15 hours. So you're putting in your current odometer readings. You scroll up, visual inspection, that one's easy. Hopefully nothing's happened lately and everything's fine. In this engine compartment, I have 4 different items. But in the blue engine compartment line at the top, you see a thumbs up button? Let's touch that. Hey, everything in that section passed. Everything. So let's look at fluid leak. On the far right, it's got a little note. That refers again to that active work order that I put in about an oil leak and that it's been requested. Again, you can touch the eyeball and see the particulars. But today it passed, it's not leaking, or we can return it to fail because that is really the truth of the matter. It hasn't been worked on yet, so it's still in fail status. But it's got a work order already put on it. You don't have to do anything more. Belts and hoses, let's fail one of those. That way you can see the work order be generated. New work order, general info. See this board? It's in gray. Select BAMS. It'll go to their monitoring board so they'll see what's going on. The work order type's already been determined by the kind of thing you're reporting as in a failure, the belt here. That's determined to be a minor drivetrain issue. Moving on down. If you had something happen at an incident, I'd like you to fill in the incident number. Keep on going. Throw in a summary, loose belt. In the description, I'm just going to write test, so it doesn't get confused later on with anything else if it doesn't get deleted. Below that, it says attachments. If I have a picture of something I want to drag and drop it into there, you're more than welcome to. But hit the create button and off it goes. Now you'll notice on the right hand side of that belts and hoses line, there's an additional button to press and it opens up this work order. So there's no way not to be informed that you got a work order. Going down, it's pretty much patterned just like the paperwork that we have now and the PDF we have on the iPad now. So I'm going to hit all these buttons saying everything's okay. And we continue through and get it all done. So it's completed. I'm going to hit the top right button, submit. You see a place to sign. If you filled out your name previously, that you can do signatures like me, you do that. Otherwise, you're going to sign here and hit save. Lo and behold, the checklist is submitted. And that's how you do a checklist in First Do. If you have another checklist to do, like let's say we were doing the ground ladder maintenance one, we could just start that. And I grabbed an old one, and these are the items on the start. And hey, all the ground ladders are good. Hit the button, submit, hit the button fill or sign your name on the touch screen, hit save, and look, those are done. So these are going to come out very shortly, your ability to do this on this system. Thank you for your attention, and good luck.